Auburn Thurston here at the Netzgipfel in London. I'm with Nicholas Carstens from the SPD, the Socialist government in the Parliament in Berlin, and with, sir, if you could introduce yourself.
Stefan Taschner from the Berliner Energietisch, the Berlin Energy Roundtable, an initiative, a coalition here from Berlin that initiated the referendum held last Sunday.
Stefan, let's start with you. As you say, you initiated the referendum last Sunday. There has been controversy why that referendum took place last Sunday and not on the 22nd of September, the federal elections. Why was that date changed?
Well, it was just to set up a big hurdle that 25% of the eligible voters have to vote with yes. Apart from general election, this one is quite really hard to take, as we have seen on last Sunday. It was a political reason. The local government decided just to put up this hurdle for us higher. Last Thursday in Parliament made this really clear. You can read it in the protocol. And however, we failed this hurdle. We failed it up to 21 missing thousand voters. Yes, voters. So well. Actually,
I'm sorry to interrupt, but the context here is that the mayor of Berlin is CDU.
Said in last parliament it was a political reason to shift the referendum date from the 22nd of September, the general German parliament election day, to the 3rd of November. He made this quite clear. You can read it in the protocol. And so the tactic of the local government was successful. We failed the referendum because there was 21,000 yes votes missing, just a little bit, but however they were missing, and in the end we weren't that successful as we hoped to be.
So again, Stefan, what is the next step? I mean, you're going to come back and seek another vote?
We won't disappear. Well, actually the referendum failed, but it didn't fail completely. 600,000 Berliner citizens stand behind the idea of the Energietisch, and this is to make the energy supply in our city more ecological, make it more social, and make it more democratic. We now need this power from the 600,000 Berlin citizens just to push it apart from a referendum, just to see as a movement outside Parliament, and outside Parliament movements can reach something, can reach a lot, and we will stay on the platform. We will be visible in town. We will be a speech for the people, just to realize our ideas from another supply of energy for our city.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Nicholas Carstens, if I can turn to you, SPD in the Berlin Parliament. What is the SPD's position on the future of the election?
It's not just the future. The SPD in 2010 decided that we want to buy the electricity grid back.
2010, 3 years ago.
And so we had, when we built the coalition with the Christian Democratic Party, we had to really fight to get the Christian Democrats so that we at least could check our idea together with them. They were about to push it off the table, but we managed to check it. Then 1 year later, in 2012, we managed again to pull the Christian Democrats to found a city-owned company.
Okay.
We found it, and to bring this company, it's called Berliner Energie, into what is it called? Into the
Auf Deutsch, visuals.
Into the competition to get the net.
Okay.
Because there are several companies that are in this competition process.
The Dutch, the Chinese.
The Chinese are out now. We have to have this competition process because it's and there we agree also, it's the German law. Yeah? It's not that the community can say we want the net back, the grid back, and then we get it back. We have to be in a competition, and we have to win in the competition. So we have to have our own company that is strong. And that's the wish of the Social Democratic Party.
What is your mandate? What is your popular mandate for the SPD?
Our mandate is really the same mandate like that was took place here in the vote, in the public vote, that we want the grid back, and we want a strong city-owned, and that's not just the grid, the city-owned, a second company, a city-owned energy company.
Right.
That's our main goal.
You guys, sorry.
Maybe I must say one thing that you achieved. He talked about our last, when you could hear our mayor talk, that was a political thing. I heard for the first time, I mean, I've been fighting for this idea before 2010 even, till today, never heard anything positive from our mayor about our social democratic energy plans. Never.
This is the
And
CDU
this is
mayor.
the first time, and so that's
It's an SPD man.
he is an SPD man. Yeah, he is an SPD man, but of course he is the head of the coalition, and in a coalition where one side doesn't want it and the other one wants it, it's always a fight. And so the head now, and after the vote, he decided, and that you can hear that. I have never heard him as positive talking about the energy future of Berlin as in this last speech, and that for me is it's slowly little steps, but it's working in the right direction. That's my hope.
At the moment, in fact today, there are discussions going on at federal level on the energy policy of the country going forward. This discussion was going to have Peter Altmaier, the federal environment minister. He can't come here for exactly that reason. And the CDU and the SPD are in talks today about the Grand Alliance, as I think it used to be called, between CDU and SPD. What, from your point of view, Nicholas, from the SPD point of view, what are your hopes, what are your expectations of the talks today at the federal level on energy?
My hope is that the renewable energy part that has made Germany even strong. Germany is inventing, and I'm looking at the inventions that are linked to wind energy and even to solar power that you couldn't have dreamt of even a couple of years ago. So I think there's a large field of invention, German engineering, and I think that this is one basis, it has become one basis of the German economy. And now, for example, if I read today, push Iran out of the nuclear program.
That's a thought.
If you as Germany say, well, we want out even out of the civil use of engineering in Germany, is especially also not in the world, but also in the eastern,
Right.
in the Near East, considered a very strong and good country.
Okay.
Then I hope that we will go on this path along to even make our renewable future bigger. But at the same time, we're at a spot where we all have realized that if you come up with 25% of renewable energy and it hits the old system, then there is a fight.
You get resistance.
Yeah? And now, how can this fight be? Because I know that the Social Democratic Party and also the Christian Democrats are always also on the coal industry. It's the basis of our economy.
There are still lots of votes in coal.
Still also a basis of it. So there is a fight, and I hope that this fight will be really not by just the political speeches, but by facts. Just like an engineer would fight. I hope, that's my hope.
You have great hopes for rationality then. Good luck. Final question, gentlemen, if I could. You mentioned Iran, but closer to home in Europe. I represent a local cooperative in southwest London. What do you think, from your point of view here in Berlin, are the possibilities for international cooperation, community to community, around energy? Either of you, please.
Well, first of all, you have to look, if you say energy generating, heat providing company, then you have to look at the structure. And you see London is different than Berlin. Berlin has the big buildings, London has the townhouses.
That's true. That's true.
And so there is a big difference. It is a big difference. And,
Yeah.
and going by that, you'll be even more decentralized.
I'm thinking more about the politics. So us being decentralized.
I think it's time for the engineers now, and the politics should listen. They should listen and have the energy, the engineers fight, and of course, and listen to them. Yeah, I like that idea because then by figures and so on,
Genau.
way. And if it's efficient, it will be ecologic. I'm sure of that. The efficiency is the best ecological thing that there is. And so
Ausgezeichnet. Ich kenne einige britische Ingenieure und das ist die Musik an die Ohren von britischen Technikern, britische Energieingenieure. Stefan, again to you in terms of international.
Actually, I think it's very important to have this exchange of the different movements of the different countries and the different cities all over Europe, and there is a lot of movement there, not only in Berlin, we have movements in Rome, we have movements in Barcelona. We should exchange, we should inspire ourselves. What happened in other cities? You can't adopt everything 100%. However, we need a really, really strong civil movement that we will choose the path of renewable in the future. And therefore, especially in Britain, we need this strong movement at the moment more than ever, because this ridiculous plans of nuclear power plants and this price guarantee given to the French company Areva is absolutely ridiculous. I think not from a German point of view, but also from a national point of view. Therefore, we need this exchange. We are willing from the Berliner Energietisch to take part in this exchange and to try to inspire other people around Europe just to get up, stand up and fight for a renewable future.
Gentlemen, that's absolutely fantastic. Vielen, vielen Dank. Wir haben hier ein Vision, ein Ziele, Ambitionen für demokratische, dezentralisierte Energie und ich herzlich danke ich Ihnen. Danke.